Okay, so here we are with another Marvel Legends unboxing, and this is Age of Apocalypse Magneto, and he's even got the Age of Apocalypse style X-Men logo on there. And this is a figure I've been looking forward to for a long time because I actually don't have a classic Magneto in the Marvel Legends figures, so I've been really wanting this one for a while, and I didn't buy him for the longest time, even though I've had my eye on him, because, I've just had other things I needed to spend my money on, other figures that I needed to buy. And he was pretty plentiful, so I figured I'll wait a little bit on him. Maybe I'll even be able to get him for, like, a good deal on Amazon. And then when I was at Target today, I saw that they had the figures from this wave marked down to $7, which I thought was ridiculously cheap. So I wound up getting this one and Rogue, because Rogue was the other one from Age of Apocalypse that I really liked that design. So let's have a look at the artwork on the package, and it looks like the pictures on the side are the same one as this one on the back, which is a nice picture of Magneto. It's a very classic style Magneto costume. Like, obviously there's some differences, like he has a red cape instead of a purple cape, and he doesn't have the trunks, and he's obviously got the longer hair, which he's gotten kind of like these braids. Like, it's got an alternate head with a helmet. And I kind of figured at one point, when I first saw this one, it might be fun to use the alternate head, the one that's actually on here, the non-helmet head, to make Spirit from G.I. Joe. But they're finally actually coming out with a Spirit figure, so I don't need to do that anymore. I'll just wait on that one. I've got it pre-order on Amazon, so I should get it whenever it actually comes in. But let's read the little bio on the back here. Magneto casts off his anti-human sentiments and carries on Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence, thereby founding the X-Men. Isn't that nice? So where did I put my X-Acto knife? I know I just had it. There we go. So let's go ahead and open up Magneto. So yeah, this Magneto was from the Age of Apocalypse universe, and he was not the well-intentioned extremist we think of him as being, because, he was carrying on Charles's dream in his stead. I guess they were still called the X-Men because he named them in honor of his dead friend or something. I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't read that comic in a really long time. So, and honestly, like, I don't think I even read all of them. I think I just kind of read, like, the core books and some of the, the tie-in stuff I read, but not all of it. So here's the alternate head. This is the head that I will be displaying with the figure because I love Magneto's helmet and I think it's just so cool looking. And then we've got some energy effects, and those are both taped in here. So let's go ahead and pull those loose. So these should probably wrap around his wrists and his hands and give him some magnetic effects. And then there are two closed fists over here. So we have some display options as far as how we want his hands to be displayed. So, now like I said, I had like a Magneto in the proper classic costume. I think I had the one that they put out like around 2000, but it broke. It's that butterfly joint. It was so fragile. Alright, so there we got that out of there. And I'm going to put all this back together. I'm just going to throw this package out. So, there we go. So I'll just throw that out later. So, and there we can see the head sculpt. And it's a nice classic comic book style head sculpt. Doesn't look much like Ian McKellen or Michael Fassbender. But it does look like how they usually draw Magneto in the comics, where he's a little more sort of square-jawed. And this cape is a really very sort of rigid plastic. I was imagining that it would be more rubbery, how these capes usually are, but no, it doesn't have. It has some give to it, you can see, but not in that sort of rubbery sense. It just kind of springs back exactly as it was. The belt on here is a little rubbery piece, so I was kind of hoping I might be able to slide it up a little further, because I feel like they put it kind of low on the figure. And I might try it later with like a hairdryer or something. But as it is right out of the box, it's rather firm and it doesn't really want to budge. So, and he's got these gauntlets on his wrists. Very Joe Madureira. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. But he always drew like characters with these big wrist gauntlets and big boot armor and things like that. His legs seem like they might be a little loose. That might just be because of that new style of hip articulation they gave him. Might just come loose a little bit. But yeah, we can get a closer look at the boots. And these to me just look kind of like more traditional Magneto boots. They're not as chunky as Joe Mad usually drew them. So he does look a little more realistic in style than that particular artist. But that's fine with me. Like I said, I'm not really necessarily wanting this to be specifically an Age of Apocalypse Magneto. I want me a regular Magneto figure, and this to me is close enough. So let's go ahead and pop off this head, and we will pop on the helmeted head. And I might even be able to remove the long hair and make him even a little more traditional. But that's going to depend on if I can find another one of these Magneto figures or not. This was the only one of these that they had at my Target. And they had a few of Rogue and a few of Cyclops, but I didn't buy Cyclops. I might, if I see him up there again, but I just wasn't feeling it. You know how it is? Where like you see something and you know it's a good deal and maybe you should buy it just because it's so cheap, but you're just not feeling it. I just wasn't feeling that Cyclops. So, like I said, I'm not necessarily using this as like an Age of Apocalypse Magneto. And I bought Rogue because I really like that design, but that Cyclops design, it's kind of like, whatever. So, he looks really cool. I really like this. So, and like I said, if I can get an extra one, I might see if I can trim the hair off the back without it looking stupid. But I don't know if that's going to really work because his head does seem to kind of sit a little high on his shoulders. Like, and the long hair and the cape collar kind of hide it. But I can tell just by looking at it, by looking through. I don't know if I can get the camera at a proper angle where you can see the neck. But I can tell looking at it that, like, if it was just the head without the hair and the cape, I think that head would probably sit a little high on the shoulders. I don't know if you could see that through the camera. And maybe I'm just being paranoid. But yeah, this is how I'm going to keep him like this because I like him with the helmet. So I think he looks really cool. I'm pretty happy with him. So this is scratching the itch that I had for a classic style Magneto. Like I said, I know it's not exactly the classic style Magneto, but it's close enough for my purposes. So I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. This is a great figure, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who is a collector of Marvel Legends in general, or specifically X-Men characters. He's definitely worth picking up. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and all the fun YouTube stuff down below. Let me know what you think about this figure and what you think about Magneto in general. I'm interested in your opinion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.